It's a journey, y'all. It's called The Journey Within. That's what my friend said to me. She said,
Genius.
there's no greater journey than the journey within.
All right, here we go. You cooking? Yeah. Yo, what's good, Soul Tribe? Welcome. I got a pre-pool over here already. You know, as always, I'm always led. Spirit just be like, yo, let's go. So I like pull the card, set up my cameras, and here we are. But as always, greetings, Soul Tribe. Thank you for being the vibe. It's your host, doing the most, G3E, the one and only. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Spread, where we take this journey within, and on this path we are led. Thank you to our angels, our guardians, our guides, angels, ancestors, beings, ascended masters, for wishing us well. May this reading be swell, and in the highest vibration of love we dwell. Archangel Michael, please come through as always. Please protect the reading. Archangel Raphael, please come through with the healing. And yeah, man, getting something about Kemuel as well. But I'm definitely certain that we've got a whole bunch of good energy right here, right now. So yeah, let's go, gang. Let's go. Let's do the most. I hope you're keeping well wherever you're at. So yeah, with this pre-poll here, it's interesting. You know, there's so many things that I noticed as soon as I like put the cards down. So just to give context, like the first thing that came to mind was that like there's something missing inside of my deck. For some reason, I had this inclination that like, you know, the tarot deck has like 78 cards, 22 major arcanas, and then 14 cards in each suite, going from 1 to 10, and then the 4 court cards, right? Which is like you can look at it as like older man, older woman, younger woman, but of course they're speaking to people but also situations. And then each card in the suit is speaking to like a journey that somebody's going through within that particular aspect or suit, right? And something led me to like, yo, count all of the cards. So you can imagine now I'm counting the different suits, 14, counting the major arcanas. Well, that's the minor arcanas, the 14 cards in the different suits. Major arcanas, I'm counting them, and there's 22. I'm like, okay, cool. 14 4 times, 22 once, and then 78 once as well. So it's like, okay, I'm just seeing 238 on the timer. I think that might be relevant for someone. But hey, you know, we're clocking this thing. But anyway, so for some reason, I don't know why. I mean, it's not like my cards go missing, but for some reason I felt like there was a card that's missing. And I know that it's very much possible for people to do magic with tarot cards. And I actually thought to myself like, okay, maybe I used one of my cards for something and I didn't put it back. You know, maybe I cast like a spell or something with one of the cards and I didn't put it back. So for example, like one of the things I would like to do is, let's say I need like some courage, I need some strength. I would take out my strength card and literally hold it in my hands and like just say a little prayer or mantra, and I would keep it next to me or keep it in my bag or something like that. And that's something you can do with any of the tarot cards actually. Knowing what each of the cards represents, you can like keep it around you and actually like attach your intention to it. So that's one of the things that led me to thinking, okay, maybe one of the cards is missing, so I need to return it into the deck. But lo and behold, my deck was complete. So fine, I have all my complete cards and I decide, okay, let me just put them back together. But as I'm putting them back together, I'm reshuffling this thing, and then voila, here we are. So anyways, one of the things I noticed in these cards, you know, I'm just gonna go from top to bottom, left to right, and ultimately the main story is these cards here in the first row, and then all of these cards underneath are explaining or giving more context to the cards here on top. Something that I noticed after having done the pull is like how there's like a kind of like a wave pattern going on over here. So it's like, you know, the 5 of Pentacles has 1, the 10 of Pentacles has 3, then we've got 2 for the Lovers, 3 for the Devil, and then 1 for the 5 of Swords. So it's interesting how it's like 1 3 2 3 1. I don't know, that might also be something significant for 38. Was it not just 2:38? So that's like a whole 2 minutes later. Goodness gracious, that was like on time, and I just saw 444 as well. But anyway, at the back of the deck, I think we will end up here, or this will just come into the reading at some point. But this is our success. This is our public victory. This is our triumph. This is like something coming to mind is now it's victory lap, and it's like no matter what is happening here, we just need to remind ourselves that, you know what, this is a opportunity for us to win. Actually, Spirit's like, okay, let's actually start here. So this is like the background energy. This is what's happening overall. What's actually underneath here? Oh, it's a laptop charger. Okay, so yeah, something's getting charged up, right? Clearly. I mean, I didn't notice it until now. But we're getting the juice, gang. We're getting the sauce right now. We're connected to source because, you know, charged up by the energies, by the universe, by angels, guardians, ancestors. Because again, the reading is swell. They're wishing us well. You know what we're doing out here. But anyways, yeah, you know, even our public victory, our success is charged up. We are definitely in a position where we are going to be elevated. We are going to be seen and recognized. And I think that's very, very much powerful. So I think that's really dope. I'm being led to say right now that, guys, this is a reminder that these are collective readings. And, you know, please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you are looking for a personal reading, I will put my details in the bottom. Oh wow, I've never actually like done that before, but okay, cool. Spirit's like, let's go, bro, let's go. But yeah, I'll put some details in the bottom if you are looking for a personal reading, and you can get something very much personalized to you, you know. Hey, I got the S on my chest, you know, my name. Cisse it is, Cisse, which is the foundation. That's what my name means. So I think this, you know, I always take these synchronicities as a synchronicity or a meaning for the reading, right? So my name means foundation. So I think we are being shown something about our foundation, and this is being brought to you by the foundation. And Roots Holistic is from the foundation to source, right? And we're getting back to the source. We're getting back to the root of why things are happening as well, going on the journey within. But next card here in the background, signs, messages. We're just talking about synchronicities, you know, more things are coming through. So I think there's also movement, you know, so definitely a lot of signs, messages, intuitive hits coming through. There's also a bunch of movement coming through. You might also be taking a trip very soon. You know, this also speaks to like flight, you know, things taking flight or things taking off. So you might have had or have a idea that's like, you know, getting off the ground finally and like actually starting to move ahead. There's like motion ultimately. So your victory, things are in motion. And then let's get one more here. You know, when I think about, oh wow, it's all wands actually, now that I'm noticing it, it's like, you know, the wands for me comes through as like almost like an inconsistent energy, and I'm getting it as the movement is now unblocked, so something that was hindered is actually starting to move. But interestingly, you know, I'm looking at the white horse, looking at the brown horse, and I know, you know, we're going into the year of the horse, so it's like this is actually a sign of what is about to come. It's, oh, this is a predictive message. Okay, Spirit, thank you. And we're actually being told as to why. Ooh, this incense smells so good. It's sweet grass and cedar. So it's actually a message of as to why, what we are going through and what it is that we're leaving behind. So I think there was a lot of like a stop-start type of an energy where things were moving and then they were not moving for some time. But now that energy is ultimately being like resolved. I'm also seeing something about the sacral chakra energy, and I feel it like coming through very much here in the beginning of the reading as well. You know, like there's a lot of yellows with the pentacles. I see it over here as well, but there's something to do with the sacral energy. You know, you might be or have dealt with something in your tummy area. You might also be thinking about changing your diet for some reason. Wow, another wand again. So not only are we ending inconsistent energies, but it's like conflict, disagreements, arguments, competition. You know, there's like an end to that. You know, I also think it's coming through like indecisions, or like, you know, overthinking, or like perhaps like bunch of things that like were like affecting your intuition or how you proceed with what it is, the change that you're trying to make. I mean, number 5 speaks to changes, and interestingly, I'm being led to look at this number 5 on this side, where this is some kind of pettiness, some winning at all costs or all conflicts. Oh wow, somebody's trying to win all conflicts. What the hell? Like, how are you trying to win at all the trouble that's being caused? But we'll get to it. But wow, I'm really being led to the devil, and it's like, okay, it's like, okay, let's actually go with this thing. So it's interesting that I started here at the back of the deck to see what were the activities or energies in the background, and it's all wands, all passion, all fire. And here we are now, Spirit's like, okay, let's jump to the other side from something on the reverse to something that's on the upright. So yeah, let's just go with it. Let's see what we got. So here at the end of the reading, we've got the 5 of Swords, and just beneath that we've got the 2 of Swords. Like I was saying, it's coming through like, there's something about an energy that wants to win at all costs. There's like a pettiness, there's like a, even coming to, it's like a childishness as well in the sense. And it's like, what, if I can take your power, if I can take your strength, or if I can actually get something into your mind, again, with that indecisiveness, or like, I don't know, it's like creating some kind of confusion, some kind of again, it comes to us like an indecisiveness. I know the swords, of course, are about air, and that's like swift action, that's like things moving quickly. So it's like, if something could get into your decision making power, then they ultimately leave you stripped of power. But I'm always reminded of the saying that I love to say, and something that I've also I've lived and live by, have been living by. Ooh, interesting. It's like it wanted to come through so many different ways there. And I think it's a reminder to say, we need to live by this thing, remind ourselves of why we do certain things as well. And I mean, both of these are air energies. And interestingly, all the elements are like wanting to come through right now. I mean, we've got the cups, we've got the water, we've got the earth. So definitely something about respecting the elements as well. And of course, we got spirit here too, so we got to respect that. I'm seeing 12 there, but I saw 1 2 1 just before that. I could see like counting up. So it's like there's something leading up or building up, right? But yes, here with our air energies, again, it's like quickness, decisiveness, action. Maybe somebody was trying to get a reaction out of us, and that's why we're seeing this 2 of, I was about to say 2 of Cups, goodness, what are they trying to do? Like, an emotional reaction. Okay, Spirit's like, this is what's coming through. So it's like, let me get into your head, let me bring about some kind of confusion and get you to overreact, get you to say or do something that would have came out of anger, came out of like an unprocessed emotion, like not even giving you an opportunity to like feel your feelings. And then from you having felt your feelings, of course you would have given it time to process and actually responded in a way that is more conducive to what you are and what you're trying to achieve. So giving a response rather than a reaction. And that's what's coming through over here. It's like this conflict was being created such that you are out of your wits, out of your decision-making power, such that you could make a decision that is not, from a calm, centered, and decisive place. I get the sense that that there's just, again, this confusion in the mind, this wanting to create indecisiveness within you, and ultimately not have you make the best decision for yourself. In the background of both of these cards, I'm seeing like still waters in the background. So it's like, how do we bring like turmoil or like rough seas to your calmness? And interestingly, look at this, we've got the King of Cups coming up later. But again, it's like, your emotional stability, it's actually kind of startling to this energy, where it kind of feels like, they'll do anything to rile you up, anything to get a reaction out of you, anything to see you perform, behave, act, decide in a way that is not in alignment with you. But then again, they know that to get this energy out of you, it kind of benefits them in some way. And now from that, I'm being led to the devil, and it's like, this person is like feeding off of the negative energy oh, okay, now I'm saying it's a person. So definitely comes through as people, because I mean, just look at the people that we have here. Here it is in the beginning, you know, somebody acting to take these, okay, just listen. Somebody is pretending to act from the heart, but they are actually putting on a facade. But what they are trying to do is actually like take your power, take your strength, right? And it's like, here you are, and oh goodness, it's like you are actually one of these people in the background, actually, you know, with all cards. Wait. Ooh, okay, actually. Okay, I'm getting it now. This is actually you. And the reason why, you know, my ears were just going off right now, I was being corrected. The reason why this is you is because you've clocked what this thing is, you know. And it's like, we are actually at the, you know, for spirits like telling me like we are at the end of a chapter, right? It's like, here's a new beginning. And every new beginning is also an ending. And for some reason, you know, again, we're being told to start here. Okay, the crown is like going off right now. I'm even scratching my head. But it's like, we are now being shown that, you know, there is, I mean, in all of these cards, there's like 2 or 3 people. So there's definitely like 2 people who have been coming at the collective, coming at you. And there's an opportunity now to switch the situation around. It's interesting, as I paused for a second, I could just feel like a whole different energy coming through, trying to explain this in a completely different way. Like, whoa, hold up. You started this off explaining what was happening, but now we need to, like, you know, kind of structure this thing, compartmentalize this thing, right? So it's like, again, you are reclaiming your ability to make your decisions, right? Because that's what they actually wanted to take from you. They were trying to take your power, take your strength, but it's like a switcheroo type of a thing is happening here. It's like, actually, whoa, damn, what they thought was gonna work against you is now gonna work against them. Wow, like, whoa, these people try to set you up. They thought that all this conflict that they were creating for you was gonna work, but now, oh my goodness, now it's being flipped around. I'm getting like a return to sender type energy right now. Goodness gracious. And it's like, whatever indecisiveness that they tried to bring towards you is actually now going back towards them. I'm getting something about a scrambling type of an energy. And it's interesting that, like, you know, with the 5 of Swords, they carrying like this is you now in the front carrying your swords, your 3 of Swords, which is clearly coming up over here. And then, you know, the 2 swords laying on the ground, and here's 2 swords being held. And it's like, they wanted you to pick up burdens or things that were not for you to carry, but then also for you to make a decision about something that you don't need to be a part of. So it's like you almost carrying somebody's responsibility, somebody's weight, somebody's burden. And, you know, now it's being released because they were not making their own choice for some reason. And I mean, I'm looking at those 2 people there in the background. It's like they're looking away, and it's like, here are these clouds starting to, you know, dissipate, because again, I'm being brought back to the waters. Oh, I just got all these shivers right now. How, you know, with the rough waters, it could have been a storm, but now from where we see there's clouds to no clouds at all. And in fact, it's like the clouds are even in the distance. It's like, because we clocked this thing, because we saw this thing, now we are seeing that they are not having any impact, not having any effect. I'm even being drawn to, you know, all the eyes that I have here. I mean, I have it on my necklace, there's some here on the table. And again, it's like there was so much evil eye that was being cast or projected towards the collective. And here we are now, able to reverse, return to sender, block, nullify, void this energy. And, you know, it's like, whatever was trying to get you to act or behave or react out of character is no longer actually going to work, because you clocked this thing and you actually left what they wanted to plan for you and you took what is yours. And it's like you are deciding to act from love. I mean, just look at all the green that's, you know, on this person, and also with the red. So it's like the love is the grounding action. The love is like the grounding foundation. Will we not just, guy, girl, whoever you are, listen, like we were just saying that, like, the foundation here, you know, I'm thinking about the chakras, green being heart, red being root. It's like you choosing to let love be your foundation is actually what revealed your best action, which was no action. You know, you just separated yourself from the group. You let go of the decisions that they wanted you to make, these reactions, these pro actions. Oh, okay. I don't know, maybe proactively you did something. Like before something actually happened, it's like you ducked and dodged it for some reason. But yeah, it's coming through like that. Oh wow. Professional action, but it's like a pro action, you know? It's like, you know, you did something proactively. Wow. Pro action. That's kind of cool. Yo, I like that. I like that a lot. You know, it's crazy. It's alchemy, man. We putting words together and new things come out. I don't believe there's any mistakes. Everything comes out as it should, when it should, how it should. But yeah, let's keep going. So again, you know, I'm being led to the people here. You know, there's 2 people in the background there, 2 people in the Devil's card, 2 people in the Lover's card, 2 people in the 5 of Swords card. So again, I mean, 2 people here in the, you know, 10 of Cups. I was about to say 10 of Pentacles, but we have that over there. So it's like, there's definitely a connection between the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, and also the Lovers and the Devil having 2 people there. You know, it's like, how do we confuse the collective into thinking that what they are doing is actually to serve them? And you know, I'm being reminded how like Lucifer is also an angel, and next to this we have an angel, of course, with the Lover's card. And you know, with the purple, I'm thinking about Saint Germain. But it's interesting how, you know, a situation like here with the Devil card can be presented as like, it's all good and well, but behind it, it has these evil intentions or negative intentions. We were just speaking now about like evil eye being cast, and I'm getting a sense that like there was something that was binding, something that was holding you, an addiction, a trap, a affliction as well. Wow, that's something that was coming through. It's almost like also like a predisposition. It's like you needing to play through a role. I just saw 229 there. It's like you being bound to a certain structure, a role. I'm even seeing like, you know, how this devil is standing on this little pedestal or podium, and it's almost like this is like the Tower card, where, you know, whatever the foundation, oh, there it is coming again. Whatever this foundation was built upon, it was built upon like false pretenses. It was built upon an idea that, I'm even getting something about a curse for some reason right now. Yo, goodness. Yo. Now I'm all itchy and stuff. And I'm just feeling all these shivers for some reason. Like, yo, what? Okay, Spirit, let's listen. Let's tune in. What are you saying? Yeah, it's like, oh wow, this decision that they wanted you to make is actually for you to continue feeding this darkness, feeding this curse, feeding this entity that is kind of binding everyone within this group, within this family, within this circle of friends. It could even be a relationship. My left arm is feeling very painful right now. Again, it's like a binding, right? It's like we are gonna take your ability to act, your ability to, like, you know, I mean, our hands are moving. And I was actually getting a download about this yesterday, about extension, you know, like, you know, with extensions, you know what, I'm actually gonna do a separate reading about that. I think it'll be the next reading I post after this. But it's like your extension, because if I'm thinking about this pain being felt over here as well, you know, where, you know, in my elbow area, it's like, what kind of way do you extend yourself and you realize that you extending yourself in that way, I'm seeing my candles flickering, it's like this way that you extend yourself, but it's actually just trapping you even further and allowing your energy to be siphoned, even as I'm looking at this devil card over here, how this tail is on fire, and it's like, with it even being behind the person, it's like you don't realize that there's this fire behind you, and you thinking that everything's fine, everything's all good and well, but then there's actions happening behind you that are actually like burning things off. It's like they're trying to burn off your wings, they're trying to burn off it's like they're trying to cut ties between you and what is actually meant for you by keeping you bound to them, and then also kind of turning you into like them as well, making you more demonic, making you more dark. But I'm also reminded that when we see the devil card in this position, it also speaks to an opportunity to still free yourself. I'm even seeing the Eight of Swords in my mind's eye right now, where we are shown signs of darkness, we are shown signs. It's like even somebody who wants to like do something bad, it's like a lot of the times they have to kind of, what is that thing, foreshadowing. It's almost like like a precursor to the main event. They will always show their hand, they will always give you signs. And I think again, it's like time to heed the signs. I don't know if I said that before, or if I think there's another reading I did like way back when, season 1 of the Daily Spread. And I think that message was about heeding the signs. I think something about also overcoming phobias. But there will always be signs and synchronicities, messages, communication ultimately, right? The signs coming in about how we are like setting ourselves up for something, or how people are also setting ourselves or themselves. Okay, it's coming through in both ways, because again, it's being returned to sender, right? So some of the things that these people are setting up for us, which is what we are seeing, they've been returned to them, but they are going to be exposed, they are going to be known and shown. And sometimes we are the ones that cage ourselves into these negative patterns, behaviors, habits, routines, ways of doing and being and seeing things. Even right now I'm being led to like, put yourself up straight, put yourself in a good posture, because we need to put ourselves in a good position to see how things are shaping up, see how things have kind of led up to this point, because we cannot be held by this structure, by this tower. And I think it's our recognition. Oh, look at this, man, look at this, what's going on? It's like, oh, let's get your heart, let's get your heart, let's get you in your chest area, because we know that you let love lead. And it's like, if we can set that on fire, if we can hurt your heart, if we can get to your heart, then you're not able to express, you're not able to be this beacon or channel of light. And that's why this, like, with the me pointing out to the fire behind, it's like, instead of this light leading you, it's like, we're gonna let it go from the back. And I'm even thinking about how chakras have like a yin and a yang, like the front side or the positive side of the chakra, and then like behind us is like you could say the yang side of the chakra, the masculine, the feminine, or positive, negative, however you want to look at it in terms of a balance. And it's like that's also what's coming through here with the Lovers as well as the Devil. It's like both of these are angels, but it's like an angel of light and an angel of darkness. Again, I'm getting that same thing about the sacral, and something about the tummy. I don't know where I was getting that. Oh yes, I was speaking about to all the yellow, and it's like that's what that's what we're working towards, is to say, if we can like even take your focus away from you being present within yourself, within your body. I mean, I'm also looking at the Devil and how they have such this huge tummy. It's like, let's mess up your ability to feel, your ability to sense, so that, oh, look at S, sense, such that like we can affect how you are even seeing the situation, because like you'll be so focused on like your what you're not feeling or sensing, that we are just like pulling you into this darkness, into this curse, so that you can feed this beast. And I guess that's why, you know, we are being shown that they try to get into your mind. Is because if they got so much into your mind, then your mind is the connection, of course, between your body and spirit. So they knew that if they could attack your mind, they could attack your body, and ultimately, you know, you wouldn't be able to see all the other things that are happening. So yo, it's interesting. Wow, the number 5 is coming through again. 5 of Pentacles. That's just being revealed to me right now. It's like I hadn't actually paid attention to that until I actually just looked at it again. But it's interesting how, you know, Spirit's wanting us to see this like reading like in reverse. And you know, with me even saying me and my name being foundation, and this being the foundation, it's like this is what was actually like breaking up the foundation because of what was within the foundation. You know, again, you know, I'm being led to how this podium or this pedestal that the devil is on is like, you know, the tower and a shaky foundation. They try to shake up your foundation, you know. And here you are, nude, bare, because you opened up, you're exposed. It's like you were, like, I would say, an easy target for them, because it's like, if you don't even know or see yourself, then we can easily, like, you know, take advantage or have this energy being malleable. And what I'm, you know, now being led to is the next card that came underneath this to further explain the devil card, is to say, you know, they will like tire you out. You know, it's like, how do we get you to keep working towards things and kind of leading them to fail? So it's like building up this evidence within your mind that you are a failure, you are like a wounded warrior, that the things that you do won't work out, and the only way that you can be your best self is to be like moping, sad, in your shadow all the time, and not actually integrating your shadow, because the more that you do that, it's the more that this beast is fed. It's like this beast is fed on like seeing you down and out, seeing you tired, seeing you, you know, not pursuing your passions, you know what I mean? Like, or even like getting up to a certain point and then things falling apart. You know, I'm even seeing now how, you know, with the two cards that came below that, I mean, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, I mean, we've got a pair here. And again, there's a pairing over there. We've got two people, that's what was coming through, right? It's like whatever groupings or like equal exchange that you could have had with someone, especially when it comes to things of the earth, whether it be an energetic exchange, whether it be a business exchange, an exchange of ideas, an exchange of time, money, energy, you know, I'm just getting more of like the pentacles around here. It's like you will continue doing whatever it is that they would desire for you to do, but it's like, okay, wait, hold on. I feel like I'm about to stumble over my words here for a second. This beast desires for you to work so hard and ultimately fail at your connections with others. Your connections with others will ultimately be out of balance. But I'm also seeing that there are also two people, or like spirits like telling me right now, you know, I'm just hearing it, where there are also two people who are at a position to benefit from you not being your best self. It's like, as much as your energy is being siphoned, your energy, your essence being siphoned is actually leading, or was supposed to lead, to the success of these two other individuals. And of course, this is now what was actually meant for you, that you were meant to meet your divine counterpart, which is what we're seeing here with the Lovers. And it's like you have like a complete kingdom. Oh, my neck, goodness gracious. Yo, man, they try to even get to your speech, you know? It's like something doesn't even want me to get this message out right now for some reason. Wow. What is this interruption? Come on now. Come on, Spirit. Come on now. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Yeah, there's definitely something about this energy not wanting to be known. Again, I'm being led to how this whole reading and how this whole being came together. It's about a truth being revealed and something that was missing. So it's like, how do we make you believe or see or even think that everything is just fine? This is the way that things are supposed to be. But you have always felt that there was something missing. And again, it's like the pairing, this equal exchange of energies where we will bind you, we will bind your divine partner, we will bind your business, we will bind your hopes, we will bind your dreams. Yes, we will give you signs as to what it is that is happening, what it is that is being done. But then because you are none the wiser, because you've seen so much evidence of failure, you will only think to yourself that like, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Maybe I don't deserve this divine partner, this divine partnership or countership as well. Something about that. But then, I'm even being led to how, with these King and Queen of Pentacles, it's like your heaven on earth is actually being taken or was being usurped, because now you've been led to thinking like, you know what, I've loved so much, I've given so much. I mean, me even scratching my rib, it's like, with Adam and Eve, it's like the things that you create or the things that are created of you or from you, it's like they're not even finding you, because it's like it's even coming to us like almost like a copycat kind of an energy. It's like you'll try to create something and somebody will take your idea and run with it and then go and do something else with it, because they again are siphoning your energy. They've like gotten into your dreams, your desires, your hopes, and that ultimately now makes you think or believe that you are not worthy of these things, which is now why you're the wounded warrior. Because 9 is just before 10, so it's like, damn, every time I'm about to achieve something, it's like, it kind of like goes into like smithereens. It's like caught up in a blaze, caught up in this fire, right? Because they were now disconnecting you from that, disconnecting you. It's like every time something happens, it's like you get disconnected, you get put into this darkness, into this shadow. But for this King and Queen of Pentacles to both be here together, one after the other, it definitely speaks to how, when you find love, when you find your divine counterpart, it's like they knew that love is the energy that was going to elevate you or bring out the best in you. So as a result of that, it's like if we can take away the love, again, how we were starting here at the beginning, it's like because you've let love lead, now you're out of this, right? But because they knew that love was going to be so strong for you, it's like, let's cut you off from love. Let's cut you off from the fire within you. And anytime that your fire rises, we're going to just cut this thing out, like usurp this thing. And it's like chip off the block type of an energy that's like coming through over there. Interesting. But again, we were talking about all this love. I'm seeing the green in both of these King and Queen cards. Of course, the green that's being worn by you, the collective. And right here in the center of the reading, we have the Lovers card. And we see, like I mentioned earlier on, we have an angel, but I was mentioning Saint Germain. And it's like, for this to even be in the middle of the deck, it's like, hey, here we are with the arms spread, with the arms open, the spread as well. Saint Germain is, known for the purple flame. And again, now I'm feeling the sensation on my neck. It's like it's starting to ease up. But it's still there. So it kind of feels like, it's being worked through. Saint Germain is reminding us that, with the purple flame, all things can be removed. All darkness can be destroyed. What they once thought of as like, this fire that was actually going to disconnect us from what we truly are. I'm seeing how we've turned a pain into a gain. So, behind this individual on this side, the fire was like setting their tail on fire. But now this actually now became the wand, became the tree, and now something was birthed or grew from that. Even on this card here with the devil, behind this lady there was like a little fruit, and that little fruit turned into a tree. And wow, here I am being again led to the Adam and Eve example, because I mean, just look behind her here. There's a snake and there's a tree with apples. Wow, spirit, like cooking up, and we in the kitchen, of course. But wow. I'm seeing how like this whole situation now has like been flipped on its head. And I'm even being led to seeing how on this side, here's the tower that they once built. It's like it's a built tower. It's like something that was fabricated, something that was created to seem as though it's what was binding. But then on this side, we've got a mountain. And this is like a natural occurrence. It's like the actual structures, the actual buildings, the actual foundations are natural. They are not going to be artificial. And I'm even getting something about like the art in these pictures, how it's like, a dark and a light. It's like they're opposites to each other. And it's like they're trying to affect your art, your creation, your creativity. My radio is going off right now. Goodness. Wow. It's like this is a period of moving from dark to the light. I even made a playlist called Dark to Light, and that's what's being downloaded right now, where we acknowledge that they had tried to set us up, tried to get us to speaking negatively or reacting negatively or unfavorably, but because this whole energy has been clocked, there's a recognition that they were trying to separate us from the abundance, the abundance, this blessing that's on earth. And because just look at how big it is. I'm even seeing, my candle flickering again, about how, you have a empire, a divine inheritance, a heaven on earth. And that was now trying to be usurped to serve the dark. But now it is being revealed, it is being, unearthed. I'm even seeing how this mountain kind of looks like it's forming. I'm also thinking about a structure being erected, and also, the man, with the erection there. But, it's also coming through again as like that sacral solar plexus energy. It's like once you were able to balance and harness this energy for yourself, because, they were siphoning that. I'm even getting something about like somebody doing like some type of spell work to drain like life force energy for some reason. But the sweetgrass and cedar, goodness gracious, we still busting out there. Thank you. Look, we're on the sweet grasses right now, we're on the greener pastures, gang. But it's like, again, anything that they once set up as a trap, it's being revealed, and it's being now actually turned to something positive. The pains turned to gains. This is the recognition of the the magician within, the alchemy that is taking place. It's like, even with me seeing the clouds here and me connecting it again to this 5 of swords, it's like, okay, goodness, you see how we've got 5 on either side, and then in this card, the Lover's card, it's 6. So it's like from 5 to 6. Now it's like the next step, or the elevation that came about as a result of that, is to say, these pains were turned into gains. What they once thought was like a fruit to set you up, to get you out of these greener pastures, or what was once the fire that was going to burn you, leave you scorned, leave you with this affliction, it's actually now like being transmuted to work in your favor, because it's like divine alchemy is taking place right now. I'm even thinking about the Lover's house like a union, a divine union. So this is like divine intervention, divine orchestration. And it's like, again, with me having thought about the tower, it's like, with the tower having like the tower card having that thunderbolt going in there, the divine intervention has already taken place because the tower has fallen. But with us not even seeing the tower card right now, it's like you've avoided the tower. You've avoided the tower altogether. You've avoided the tower altogether. Wow. Guys, we're on a greener pasture, on a new mountain, some new things, new structures are being erected. And I'm just being reminded again with the flames flickering, the flames that we're seeing here, also in the cards, that it's a new day, it's a new light, it's a new sun. We've shared some new information, some new messages and signs have come in. I'm also being reminded of this pastor that I heard, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, how he spoke about how in a new season or in a new beginning, that's what we were saying, there's a new chapter was closed. You could be swayed by how things look at the beginning of that new season, but it actually is a new season because you've been given grace, you've been spared, you've been protected. A good example of this is like how God was not happy with how, okay, my thigh is getting itchy, we're moving, we're taking steps towards our 10 of Pentacles. Noah comes out of the ark. Okay, there's a bunch of downloads coming through. Goodness. Noah comes out of the ark and it's barren. There's nothing. There's no life. Like whatever they left behind before going into the ark is not there anymore. But even though it's a new season and it looks all dry, that's what it is. They came out of the ark and it looked dry. But even though things are looking different, you are not meant to focus on what you see, because what you see is subject to change, whereas what you don't see is eternal. And you just have to keep moving towards it, like stepping towards it, because here these people are naked, but on this side they are clothed. Here it looks like they're just in the middle of nothing. They can see that something's changed. They're out of the dark period. It's not storming anymore. It's not 40 days and 40 nights of storms and whatever. They come out of it, and what they don't see, again, what's behind them, is that they don't see that their pain has been turned into a gain. They don't see that these fruits that were tried to be used against them are actually for their greatest good. Here I was even speaking about the horses, and behind this we're seeing the snake. So it's like they don't see that what they have shared, what they have released, is actually leading to more growth and more fruits, the fruits of your labor. This is time for you to do that. And just look at all the hands open, hands open to give, hands open to receive. It's like, we're letting the energy flow out here. The boy used to be a dancer, but I still dance, man. What am I saying? I still dance. I just dance for you right now. But it's like, again, it's like letting the energy flow right there. Like, whoa, man. And for me to even like kind of calm down and chill for a bit, it's like, just chill, just be calm. Don't focus on what you see. What does it feel like? And it feels like love, right? It's in the middle of the reading, gang. It feels like love. It feels like everything that has happened has been for a good reason. And that's why this truth is being revealed. And you were correct in your feeling, in your assumption, in your intuition or your guidance telling you that there's a beast, there's darkness, there's a trap, there's an 8 of Swords. But again, it's so lovingly coming through, like you could free yourself. You have freed yourself. The flames that were being used against you have now turned back and actually worked in your favor, because the pain has become the gain. Like, whoa, this integration that has taken place, there's so many downloads that are coming through. That's almost like slowing down. It's like, whoa, spirit, like fast track, things are moving so quickly. 48-8 there. I'm thinking 12 and 8, and that would have made it 20, right? And that's reduced to 2. So balance, man. Some balance. More things moving in unison, moving in tandem. And again, we're speaking about these two people, it's like now oh wow. Spirit's also showing me that like your twin flame or your divine counterpart has also kind of been going through something very tough or very difficult. And it's like you guys are now about to meet. And, it's like, it's great, it's amazing, it's beautiful. What we once thought of as like barren, a wasteland, is actually what was meant to happen. That was the divine orchestration. Because here on the 10 of Pentacles, look at them, they're clothed. There's generational wealth. There's so much abundance, you know. And then on this side, it's like the people that try to affect you are like, they are left in your wake, you know. They are left in the dust, in the smithereens, because now it's almost like we are seeing two different sides of the situation over here. You know what I mean? Candle flickering again. The fire is on. The fire is lit. And it's interesting how, you know, 5 is of course half of 10, and we were just speaking about 2, so it's like a division. It's like, that's why we have these two like opposing kind of situations or outcomes to see what was like, you know, the result of what was occurring with these two individuals that were being like attacked or being affected right now. It's almost like you know, if I think about a twin flame journey, or if you know, some people resonate with that, some people don't, but it's like you are going through something and then the other person's also going through something. While you guys are going through like dark night of the souls and ego unalivings and things like that, it's like by the time you meet, it's like the stars have aligned for you and them for this 10 of Pentacles to actually like come together and come to fruition. And it's like things are gonna fall into place just at the right time. Things are falling into place just at the right time. And I'm getting something about trusting and believing that things are as they should be. And, you know, wow, you know, riding the wave. Riding the wave, you know, flip, I'm saying, you know, and I should be telling you because Spirit's telling me, I know. There's a song that I made called The Wave, and they're like, you know this, that's what they're saying, and I'm regurgitating what they're saying, right? So it's like, when I make the wave, you ride the wave. So these circumstances, these situations are actually being created for us to ride the wave, you know. It's like our reminder that throughout life, we came here to learn. We came here to be better spirits. We came here to evolve in some shape or form, right? And who are we to think that we are exempt from being tested? You know, I'm even being reminded of another video or reading that I did about that, a channeling. And it's like, exactly, we are going to learn all these different ways: readings, channelings, writings. It's like so many different ways of expression, of energy being released. Dancing again, like whatever expression, painting, drawing, crafting, just movement, you know, dancing. It's like there's so many ways of being a vessel for divine energy, but also expression of divine energy. I mean, even this is like, you know, such a protected space with, you know, the prayers, the crystals, the incense. Yo, my throat chakra's going off right now. But it's like, you know, tuning in is so important. You know, I'm even looking at Saint Germain, or this angel with the eyes closed. It's like, you know, you tune in, it's like going to be revealed to you why you are going through what you're going through, where, how, who. I remember saying something about that also, the where, how, who, why, when, like at the beginning. And now here we are getting it in the middle of the reading, and it's a reminder to say everything is happening for a reason. And the moment we tap in and we tune in and we actually start to understand, like, why is this person treating me this way? Why is somebody doing this or not doing this or not saying this? Then we not only check ourselves, but we check them. You know, a good example that I like to give is like, if I'm pointing at you, right, there are 3 fingers pointing back at me. And, you know, of course, with the 333, we've got the angels here. So that means if there's 3 fingers pointing back at me, I always like to think to myself, like, I'm going to check myself 3 times before I check somebody else once. So, you know, even with this being the 3rd card from either side, you know, it's like the journey within. Like, where can we find the mind, the body, and the spirit? How do we do this self-check-in, you know, like, make it holistic, you know? Ooh! Spirit is busting right now. Hey! You know, it's like, the moment we can come back to self, the moment we can go within, is a remembrance of who we are, what it is that we're doing, why we're here. And our situations, our circumstances will finally make sense. You know, look at the sun behind that. There will be some illumination. Woo! Goodness gracious. There'll be some illumination as to why we're going through what we're going through. because what they once thought was the fire being taken away from us is like the fire within. I mean, just look at that hair, all red and yellow, and also with the green. And it's like, you know, the love can like come from above, from below. I mean, look at my hair also with the yellow there. It's like, yo, man, you have to tap into your sacral, you know, your solar plexus, your sunshine. And it comes through from the top, you know. It's almost like I'm seeing, like, imagine like a jug, or our minds being an empty vessel, and from the crown it's like we let those lights, those energies, these like orbs and like fueling, like upliftment, it's like these lights, it's like they're coming down. I'm just explaining what I'm seeing, right? But it's like I'm getting this vision of us being like, again, open channels, and all the things that we are like receiving or downloading are like illuminating us. They are going to light us, you know, and the light is from within. And you know, with it also being on the mind, and again speaking to how the mind is the bridge between body and spirit, it's like, for as long as our mind stays illuminated, for how long as our mind stays clear. And what's that verse, you know, God gave us peace and sound mind, you know, like, yo, if your mind, which is why they try to attack your mind, gang. Woo! Wow, we're cooking. And I know this is taking some time. 553 and a 9 as well. I know this is taking some time, and I feel like this is necessary. We needed to like really go into this. And as always, there's something here for somebody. Something here for somebody. Everybody, you know, if you were led to this reading, bless you, bless you. And thank you, Spirit, for choosing me as a vessel for this message. Wow. But anyways, listen, guys. Listen. It's important for us to listen, because that's how we're going to be led to discernment and making decisions that are ultimately going to do the absolute best and most for us. You know, I'm even looking at how I'm like, you know, putting my hands together like this. It's like, it's a balance. It's the same shape on either side. And I'm even like looking at how this is like an H. Oh, I feel like I'm touching. Oh, goodness. But it's like, what is the structure? I mean, here's the H, if you want to look at it like that as well. It's like this new structure is being put into a frame. I'm even thinking about the rugby game. Ooh, the boy got a rhyme. What? It's like, you know, when they shoot over that, okay guys, you know what rugby is, right? There's that pole thing at the end of this of the stadium, or at the end of the field, and then they do their penalties over that, right? And it's like, you have paid your dues, you've paid your penalty. Woo! What? Goodness gracious. Yo! What? Yo! What? Woo! You've paid your dues, and that's why this is coming in. That's why this is coming in. A new structure. A new structure. Wow. Yo. Woo. And you know, it's crazy how like they try to use things against us, because, you know, penalty could also be looked at like as penalized. You know, it's like, what? Because a penalty shot, it's like something that was wrong ended up being transmuted and turned to a good, because now you're able to score. Now you're able to win. Now you're able to like enjoy the fruits of your labor. Show them that this negative turned into a positive. It's been transmuted. It's been alchemized. The fire, man. Whew. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Yo, look at that. Can you guys hear that truck? That's how big this is. That's how big the movement is. 585. But yo, let's proceed, man. Why we have the lovers here, Spirit? Page of Pentacles in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. You know what? It's because, wow. You know, your ideas, your emotions, your time and your energy, it's it's been recognized. I get the sense that you too are a powerful person, and you had ideas on the things that you could have done to even hurt this group, or even like do bad to these people who are doing bad against you. But it's because you held your ground. It's because you stayed within your heart. I'm even seeing how this is you again, red and the green, red and the green. There's just something about this being you. I mean, even on this side, the red and the green. It's like a different passage of time and things moving over time. And, even me just being led to time, it's like, the fear of time, or wondering that time is, here's a message coming to you about time is an illusion. Guys, you know what? If this is the first time you're here with me, go check out the readings on this channel, because wow, it's like so many of these things are being reminded or being remembered. Okay, reminded, remembered, and again, it's like the past, present, future. It's like, what tense are we in, right? But it's like time and time again, idle time as well. What are we doing in the still time? You would have so many ideas about things that you could do that were like against your nature, against this divine order, against this divine orchestration. But the energy is here because you stay true. You stay true to the path. You stay true to your honesty, your integrity. I mean, look at these people. They are bare. And they try to use your honesty, your integrity, your openness against you, but it's actually what's going to vindicate you. So here you are, being the person who had these ideas of even sometimes even self-sabotaging, forsaking the mission. But this is not a time to deny. This is not a time to complain. This is not a time to cry, but a time to fly. The boy got a rhyme. You know what it is. But there's a recognition of how this caused like emotional instability. And looking at these together, it's like it can be easily understood why someone who knows that they are meant for divine purpose, divine orchestration, divine engineering, divine order, divine union, could forsake the mission because they were focusing on what they were seeing and not seeing the results, but knowing that like, I'm meant to be in love, I'm meant to be successful, I'm meant to be opulent, diligent, opulent again. Somebody is like super lavish right now, decadent. Somebody likes food. There's just so many wonderful things that that you are meant for. I'm even seeing like travel, I'm seeing homes, I'm seeing family, I'm seeing a lot of abundance again, friends, animals, generational wealth, businesses, homes, structures, real estate, vehicles. I'm seeing real estate with the buildings. I'm seeing nature, like land. I'm seeing the skies, traveling again. Wow. There's something about a farm, planting, and just lavish. I mean, just look at these people in this olden time, with these drapes, and look at Saint Germain there also with the drapes. It's like, it's like a wealth aura, a wealth and abundance. Ooh, Togos confirmation, bro. Just wealth all around, wealth in every state, wealth in the mind, in the being, in the emotions, inner and outer wealth, like, because you have stayed true to that. Wow. Wow, Spirit's coming through today. 102, 102, 103, and 38. Please, all these numbers are angel numbers. Just Google them, search them. Whenever I remember them, I try to put them in the description, but just listen. Just listen. Linda, listen. Hey, here's a little kid, talking to her mom, like, yo, listen. And it's like, that's your inner child, like, coming from within, like, yo, listen. All those dreams that we had, all those desires that we had, all that inner knowing that we had. Watch this. Hey, watch this. Yo, man, your inner child is starting to feel so much more safer right now. And, even me thinking about the wounded warrior, it's like me being led to thinking about how the ego is a wounded inner child. This was something that was mentioned by Natija. I was listening to her the other day, and I think it was yesterday or the day before. But actually, I had a dream that I should listen to her, and that message was like, yo, exactly what I needed to hear, like confirmation, of course, because, the power is always within. And even this message is just confirmation for someone, right? But it's like, because you spent this time, oh, wow. The other download is, if you don't have a divine union, guys, the amount of speech that's coming through right now, there's something that needs to be said. Wow, it's rushing in, it's coming in, right? But if this was not also a divine union, like you and your twin flame, or you and your high level soulmate, or whatever the case may be, this is also that union within yourself, your masculine and your feminine aspects, like fully understanding them and integrating them, with the light and the dark. It's like your shadow. I think, what's coming through right now is that this collective I'm reading for has a great understanding of their darkness and their shadow. And that's why you were even able to even think about, like, doing bad to other people, or doing things that were away from love, where you didn't let love lead. But it's because you stayed true, because, you checked within yourself and your emotions, that you didn't let these things, like, take you off your throne. It's interesting how, like, I'm speaking to this card as if it's upright, and I'm seeing that it's because, it's that wave. It's the wave. Because if you look at how these cards are going up, it's like this might come through as the challenge, but this challenge at this point in time was actually the best thing that could have happened to you, because there was like a learning of how you can use your emotions and be stable and be honorable. I'm just being drawn to the fish on his neck. We got a necklace there. Was it not that the fish is like a sign of being saved? And like, even like Christians have like the fish on their car to show that they're a Christian, and they like usually have like John 3:16 or something, like a verse there as well. But also with there being this energy of water, this energy of waves, and the fish, spirits coming through. We are in Earth school, and fish is school of fish. And that's what we came to do, right? This was the Earth school, so that's why we had to ride the wave. Ooh. And your lesson was about staying true to your heart, man. Knowing that even though you get ideas of darkness, even though you get ideas of doing things that are not in alignment with you, you still do what you do. You still stay true. Yes. Wow, let's just breathe one time. Thank you, God, for the breath, man. Thank you for the breath. Yes, the breath within, but also the span. Like, good and bad, like the span of time up until this point, right? We're still here. It's a new season, and we're still breathing and making an impact out here in these streets. If the camera was moving, then it's an earthquake. It's the foundation that's shaking. But wow, man, like this energy just came through and just like grounded and encapsulated this whole thing. And I'm even being led to like kind of like move these to the side a little bit like this, just to show that these are the outcomes now. So yes, we in our 10 of Pentacles. You know, I was speaking to this already, like just a money aura, a love aura, an abundant aura. It's like, it's so obvious, you can't even deny it. And Spirit's saying to me now that, you know what, when the change starts to come in, when you see your life changing, or when your life changes, you know, don't lie as well. Don't gaslight yourself into thinking this is just a one and done. These changes are generational. Like the wheel's gonna keep turning. It's abundance on abundance. I mean, just look at how, yes, you know, Spirit showing me this is the one, then it becomes a two, then the two becomes the next ones, and then the others just start like piling up and piling in. Oh, the lights are cold, the flame is flickering. It's like, remind yourself that you are deserving of this wealth. Remind yourself that it's here, it's now, and you know what, you have this opportunity to just be the, you know, the curse breaker, be the vessel, the channel opener, you know, the blesser, the, you know, the provider, the one that people come to unlock their dreams. It feels like a lot, but you don't have to do this on your own. You have this balance within yourself, but also this developed, I was about to say devalence, but it's like a developed balance that you're gonna have, you know, and it's developing. That's why it's rising from 1 to 2 to 4, and then there's the other 6 coming in, right? It's like it's almost like it's building up. It's like it starts off, and it's like it's you, us, and then the world. It's everyone. It's like now it's encapsulated. I'm thinking of like a rubber band, you know, how things come together. And wow, when, you know, this new energy, this new abundance, this new money, this new love, this, all of the good things coming your way, all this positivity coming your way, know that there is more where that came from, and know that you are deserving of more from wherever it came from, because it's from the source. You know, we went through trials, we went through tribulations. You know, I'm seeing that, you know, with the 3 cards here, and we got a 3-3, you know, 3 is such a divine number of collaboration. It's a reminder that you are working with Spirit, you are working with Source. And you know, with the King of Swords in reverse, again, that's where we were coming through about, like, this is not a time to gaslight yourself. This is not a time to be super logical, because it's not about what you see. Miracles happen. Believe in miracles. And your logical mind, you know, would try to make sense of how you have all this abundance, how you have all these blessings, why you're no longer stressing, you know, why you're no longer in fight or flight. Fight or flight, right? But you're going flight to flight. Ooh, okay. Spirit's telling me, like, there's this saying I like from Currency. What? Catch flights, not feelings. Yeah. You know, so from flight to flight, you know, from flight to flight. Was I not just saying that, like, you know, we're moving, we're traveling. And again, I'm even seeing the higher self over here. But this purpose is beyond you. This greatness, this abundance is beyond you. Yes, there will be enough for you, but you are also being a vessel or a steward to bring in blessings or abundance for your family, for your community, for the greater world at large. There'll be even more than what you dreamed for, more than what you bargained for, more than what was from penalized, right? From more than what was from the penalty. That's where the bargain penalty thing comes from, you know. Bargain. They try to bargain you. They try to use you. How do we sell collective to the beast? How do we sell collectives abundance? All of this, here are the king and the queen in there, and here are the king and the queen over here. So it's like, let's attack your destiny. Let's attack your divine inheritance. Let's use that as our bargaining chip to keep you in the dark. But nah, look how big it is. It's gonna fill up the whole screen right now. Woo, guys, you know what? Everything that they even tried to use against us is coming back to us. Not even doubled, but tripled. But again, like I was saying, this is a time for you to heal, man. Work through those ideas or notions of lack, or like a lack mindset. It's like you are, I'm seeing this as a heart. Of course, we're speaking about how you have your heart and you've healed your heart, but then it's also about healing your mind, getting your mind out of the clouds and like, sometimes we believe notions, stigmas, biases. I'm getting something about like brainwashing as well. The things that like get put into our heads that we believe, like notions. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about Nicki Minaj and pills and potions right now. I don't know if they try to like cast spells, again, potions, but also pills and potions. It's like even things that were being placed into your food. But again, these are things that were being consumed, right? You are healing from that. I get that there's healing in more than one area. The 3 cards always speak to like now a group, because now we've left 2 people. Now there's company. It's like third party type of situations as well. But it's like healing is coming around in multiple areas, and the storm is over because the clouds are gathering. The angel came through the clouds. And now there's healing, because look at these cards also being like, diagonally opposite to one another. It's like, and also the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups in reverse. I mean, guys, you know what? I'm not even going to dwell on this so much, because we can see this is like bad. This is effed up, But, you know what? Sometimes that's what people deserve for what they do, right? Karma. But it's like, man, the storm is over again. And you are speaking, you are loving, you are thriving. And it comes through as like, even with me seeing, the 3 of Pentacles here and the King of Swords in reverse, how these 2 cards are connected. It's like, this fear of your higher self, which is something that you're also healing. That's one of the things that you're healing. And this fear of trusting your intuitive hits, the doubt, it's actually being removed, it's being restored. But it's also coming through that, like, because we're going through the wave, it's like where one thing was once a negative and we're transmuting it to become a positive. Here we are now turning it around, where you are now in your highest self, you are in your highest path, and you are able to discern. Goodness gracious. Oh my word. I just see the recording stopped on the one side, but it's okay. I'm glad that this one is still going. Yeah, the enemies are being removed, man. The enemies are being removed, and I don't even know when it stopped, but I will just assume that this is how it was meant to be, how it was meant to go, right? And yeah, maybe that's what we also need to heal from, things that we think are gonna go a certain way, but they end up going a different way. But so be it. So be it. So be it. Kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I mean, this is the divine plan. This is the lesson, and we're not stressing, because we got what we need out here, man. We got what we need out here. But it's all good. It's all right. And it's interesting that I only noticed it right now, because we were just on a high. We gotta stay on the high. We ain't gotta worry. We don't gotta stress. We don't have to stress because we are blessed. All is well. Life is swell. In the highest vibration of love, that's where we dwell. Hey, what? It's all good, man. It's all good in these streets. But anyway, let's proceed, gang. Wow. Yo, this reading is like on the other side, you know, all these people who try to attack us, all these people who try to get in our way, clearly they have, you know, lost out. You know, I'm seeing, you know, hey, let me actually show the cards here this time because we can see that there's a change. It's not even coming into focus so nicely. But anyway, you know, this is like being on the outskirts, being on the outside. This could also speak to poverty, exclusion, you know. It's like, you know, I'm being led to think about how, like, you know, church windows have, you know, all these, oh, my neck just clicked, all these colors and, you know, paintings on their window panes, you know, because we are still on the inside. We window, you know, window, but they're on the outside and they're not welcome inside this building, this structure, this home, this new foundation. Of course, here the foundation connection coming back again, and they are on the outskirts, you know, having to reap the fruits of their labor. Because if they try to trap you, they try to stop you, now they are in this darker place, you know. I mean, look how dark the card is. So they don't get to win, they don't get to be a part of your happily ever after, your divine fulfillment. And you know what, we don't wish negativity on people, but I mean, if you were this person who didn't bother anyone, you even had ideas of doing bad, but you didn't do any of that, it's like, why mess with the earth angel? Why mess with the chosen one? That's not necessary. That's not what we're doing out here. So it just had to be. It just had to be this way. It just had to become what it became. So, wow, man. It just had to become what it became. You know, I'm even getting this message from Spirit now that, you know, everyone has their own lesson. Everyone can learn. Everyone can discern as well what is good for them. And, you know, these people could have collaborated with you. These people could have helped you. These people could have been part of your 10 of Pentacles, part of this grouping here, part of this wealth. But because of their actions, because of them trying to get reactions out of you, things are now different. Things are now different. Spirit's coming through that this, you know, this is a reminder for us to remain pure, to remain true, to live by truth. And I'm just being led to, like, you know, just pull one more card from a different deck. Let's get some advice. And but more than anything, okay, looks like I should just split it over here. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay, I'll take this. That's some advice definitely coming through. Okay, you're saying there's another one split again. Okay. Oh, wow. Lifting the veil. Oh, did I not just say we have Earth School? This is where we came to grow and to learn. This one? Okay, and this one. Okay, actually he's saying stop right here. Okay. Okay, I'll show these cards on this side. This one? No, behind it as well. Okay, cool. Alright, thank you, Spirit. You know, just for some advice, I'm just gonna go through these, like, oh, 1, 2, 3 on the timer. 1 hour. Oh wow, 1 hour 23 minutes. Goodness gracious! If you're still here, thank you. But yo, this is crazy. For some advice, again, okay, I was a lot's happening. The greatest lesson throughout all of this, which is, you know, I think Spirit like wants to like overarch this, is to say, happiness, success, truth, what is destined for you is destined for you. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 again, 33 seconds, and we had the 3 of Swords, the 3 of I was about to say 3 of Pentacles, because again, that's the collaboration with Spirit, right? but we have 3 of 1. So 333, you know the boy got to do G3E, the one and only. I was about to say, doesn't this S look like a 3? Kind of does to me. Oh, but it's because they got 3 fingers, right? Like 3 fingers. But yeah, man, that's the lesson. Whatever's true to you, whatever is happiness to you, whatever is success and victory to you, that is it. Your vision, your vision, your vision. Trust your vision. So yeah, let's go with the advice cards that came through. I'm using the Starseed Oracle deck. Who's this by? Rebecca Campbell. Anyways, first one here. Forge, don't follow. Right? And underneath that it says, pave a new path. Okay, these letters are small. Be the leader you wish you had. Wow. You know, I'm being led to seeing how, you know, on this side is like all this person here, this character is like here within the galaxy, and then there's like the greener pastures. So it's like all the things that you thought about, the vision, what I just mentioned right now, all of that is like being downloaded, and you get to your heaven on earth. So you following your own path is actually going to lead you to these greener pastures. And you know what, I'm even getting something about people asking you like, how did you do this? And you're going to tell them that you became the leader that you wish you had. You became, oh wow, I'm getting something about the reading that I want to do next, but it'll make sense. But you know, it's about becoming that version of you that you know you can become, and ultimately it's like parenting yourself in a sense. But you having done that is what led you to this new place, right? So forge your own path, and also don't look to other people for validation or think that their path is like yours, because all of our paths are different. This next one is lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Wow, it's like interesting. She's like the character's opening the curtain for this light, and all this light is like, you know, it's even like reflecting off of the card. Goodness gracious. But anyway, here we go. Okay, there you can see it. You know, it's coming in at an angle, but again, that's the reflection, right? The light is so bright. Like when light meets light, it's just more light. But yes, we're lifting the veil, and you know, within her there's a galaxy within her. So it's like, you know, you having, you know, tuned in, harnessed this journey within, now you can have all of this around you, lifting the veil. I'm also seeing this as being like, you know, the connection between you and spirit, that you can actually like now ground these messages. You know, I'm even getting something about how with this Lovers card, it's interesting, I actually placed it on top of the Lovers card, how I was speaking to the light and the messages coming in, right, in the head, and then now there's all of this light. I mean, just even looking at it now, it's like this normal light becomes a super bright light, like, whoa. Oh, now it's like showing together, trying to show us that it's the same, it's balanced in. Now it's been like grounded nicely. Wow, you guys saw that, I'm sure. Thinks that something happened. It's like it brought it into focus. Love brings light into focus. What? But yes, discern, go within. Next one. This is the one that got me hype. It says Earth School, learning life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. We were just saying that life is a school, and there's a fish, and we're in school and we're learning, and here we are. Dive into the wave, you know, dive into it, learn your lessons, go deeper, go within. And look at that, it's like a galaxy and all this water here. So it's like, if you know, this character, it looks like, this deck is very much feminine. So good mothering energy is coming through here. You might even have a guide on the, guys, somebody's grandmother, somebody's mother, but just a feminine ancestor guide is like coming through. It could even be like a Mary. I'm even thinking about Kuan Yin right now. But yeah, definitely something about healing, or like easing stress, easing like pain, easing, just things that aren't like easy to go through, you know, hardships. Yeah, something about that being eased. But the galaxy within, and it's like actually taking a dive within yourself to understand that what we are going through, what's actually happening around us, is starting from within us. I'm even like being led to look at my finger. This finger here says respect, and we need to respect our lessons. Respect our path, respect this learning that we have, because a respect to the lesson means a respect to our journey, our purpose, and we don't have to like now repeat these lessons. So it's like being in a school and you're also like repeating the same grade. You don't have to do that, because you've learned what you needed to learn. You found the cracks, you filled the cracks. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm even thinking about a crack at the back right now. Somebody tried to poop on us, gang, but we clocked them. We found the butt cracks even, and we stopped them. I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you thinking about this right now? But it's like, nah, bro, say it. There's somebody who needs to hear it. Somebody needs to know that, what was happening in their diet, what was happening in their tummy, what is going out of them was actually a crack to their galaxy. And now you are actually like restoring your your system. You're restoring your harmony and your balance. So yo man, we clocked this thing. It's no longer cracked. We've been filled, because we filled from within. So here, the next card, right? It's I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. I think, this is coming through in two ways. These people who did us wrong, did you wrong, whoever's done any of us wrong, honestly, I feel like apologies might be coming in. But also, sorry being within yourself, forgiving yourself. This looks like, somebody looking into a mirror, almost like it's a mirror image. So it's like, can you forgive yourself for what you had done in your past, what you hadn't done in your past, acknowledging that you acted from the knowledge that you had at the time, the intuition and understanding that you had at the time. But also, with it being like starseed type of energy coming through as well from here. Wow! This is the first time I'm seeing this in this card. Yo, there are two faces in the ground. Yo, perspective, my G. Wow. Hey, you see things at the right time. Can you guys see the two faces here? At the bottom, also looking at themselves, and it's like mirroring themselves, as above, so below. But it's like, even forgiveness of your guides, your angels, your ancestors. For example, I was speaking to this motherly energy coming through. It's like, can you also forgive your ancestors or your guides for perhaps not protecting you as much as they could have while they were alive? And also, like, for example, in some of the situations that you went through, it's like kind of thinking or feeling like, I'm alone. But you're not alone. And there's the mirroring coming through again. Doesn't that portal like look like it's a mirror? And there's the connection between the as above, so below. So definitely these two cards are like coming through together. But it's like, for the times that you even felt alone, or you felt like you weren't supported, and it's even an acknowledgement of the things that you guys could have done and experienced together while you were together, right? But yeah, we're righting the past wrongs. I'm feeling my lips are dry right now. So it's like, it's like things are being lubricated, things are being spread, like through the daily spread. 133, 13, it's like, 133, 13, like, whoa, ones and threes. Wow, what a beautiful energy. I'm even seeing with the roots. Oh, roots holistic. That's where we at. But yes, for anything that was ungrounding, anything that was taking us like outside of our grounding. Interesting, I actually did a meditation like similar to this, a guided meditation where she was speaking to how we need to like kind of imagine roots coming out of ourselves. So it's like what's this? Is it Pachamama? Pachamama, which is like Mother Earth, has been grounding us, supporting us, and here we are being aided, even when we don't see it, even though it's below, even though we don't see it. But us remaining studious, knowing that when we pray, our guides are also praying. Whoa. And what we don't see being rooted is actually now turning into starlights and star dust, and those intentions are like swirling and floating around and will be grounded ultimately because they are taking root. So what was uprooted is being returned, and firstly could be an apology, but again it's all these star seeds, all these star blessings, all these anointings, the divine order, the divine orchestration. I'm being led to the Lover's card again, where it's like that purple flame came through, and here are all these purple lights. So also something about the higher chakras, crown, third eye. But yes, where are we going? Baby steps, action. Oh, that's where the third eye is. And this, in fact, all of these cards have like some purple going on. But baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Ooh, were we not just speaking to this right now? Hey, maybe will this help? Okay, let's see. There we go. Gets it into focus. But it's like, look at that. It's like you taking all the steps and then you're making it through the portal. But then there's like all of these other things happening around there. It's like, this star information. Ooh, my alarm's going off. Ooh, it's an alarm. It's an alarm. I'll take that as a synchronicity. But there's like, you taking the steps. It's one step at a time, making your movement. Hey, I just saw something that, that's like trying to mess with me. But yeah, we're not gonna allow that, man. It's like, again, it's the vision, right? Can you take the steps even before you see what's happening? Just like here with Noah's Ark example, it's like he was building the ark before there was signs of a storm, before there were signs of a flood. And you have to now start trusting your intuition and knowing that what you are being led to doing, what you're being led to saying and being is correct. I mean, just now look at me talking about the butt crack, and it was actually a restoration to the solar and the sacral. But if I didn't say that, then I wouldn't have been able to bring forward the message about how we are even being in harmony within ourselves. So know that, we are all on this journey within, yo. We are all on this journey within. There are even parts of this reading that I can resonate with, But I know it's for this great collective. It's for this great mass of us, this great energy. And oh wow, they like now drawing me to the other side. It's because we are being earthed. We are being earthed. What does it say here? Learning how to be human in the world but not of it. We feeling our feelings, gang. We feeling our feelings. I didn't even see that, but it's like, yo, look to the side, and I just looked in the hand. It's these hands. We gotta take care of our hands. Our hands are powerful. We're gonna create. We're gonna make wonderful, crazy things and make movement. Movement, success. Stop to the inconsistency and the end of like competition, worry, like. Strife, war, battles, competition. But I'm seeing this woman in like a crystal here, like looks like she's inside of a crystalline structure. So again, I'm being led to this, this you are not alone, is that we are the star seeds, right? We are in earth but not of earth. So remember what's true to you, remember your true source. But then that's why you need to connect. Oh wow, this even says physical connection, isolation, and community. And there's like thunder between them. And I was even seeing the thunder, but it kind of looks like stars, but it's actually like thunder over there. Oh, this focus, gang, what's going on? Hey, okay, but it's fine. Over here, it's like a bunch of stars, but it looks like thunder, right? Before she goes into this portal. And in this portal, it's like now you've met the person with the thunder. There's like thunder between their fingers. So that's our connection with the other star seeds, with the 144,000 out here. So that's so beautiful. You are not alone on the physical, in the spiritual, and also in the mental. You can just develop better ways of communicating to yourself, to your spirits, to your holy guides and ancestors. Okay, Spirit says one more. Oh, and just remember that you are not for everyone. You are not for everyone. You are you, and you'll be led. Yes, you'll be led to your soul tribe. You'll be led to the people that are for you. And then I'm also seeing here activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Oh, you're going somewhere. You're going somewhere. Maybe not like right now, tomorrow, but you'll be led to a certain place. You might be moving as well. I'm being led again back to this 8 of Wands. Wherever you're taking flight to, wherever you're being led, you're gonna activate something. You're gonna channel something, and it's like this new location. Ooh, okay. Spirit wants to cook. This portal that you're going to, right? Trusting where you're led. And it's interesting, this is baby steps, trusting where you're led. It's like you're gonna walk through a portal, and this portal is gonna allow you to like channel new information, because this portal that we're seeing here, right, on this side where they're walking through is like a rainbow, and then on this side it's like here's this arch as well, and you walking through it, and as soon as you get to this place, boom, divine download, boom, blessings and abundance, boom, illumination, boom, revelation. And boom, we're going to end the reading just like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow, this reading was crazy. It was beautiful. It is beautiful. It is crazy. Because that's how abundance is, right? That's how God is. Crazy in the most beautiful and omnipotent sense you can think. And yes, omnipotent. Omni. Lots. Potent. Gakulu. Baya. There's a lot of it, man. There's a lot available for us. There's a lot within us. And, yo, thank you for spending this time with me. I think this was amazing. And I'll catch you again next time. Peace. Yay.